for more videos.
Welcome back, everybody. Back Hawkins again. We're back playing some more Factorio. This is a foully messy system. So let's fix this up. Each of these should have something that comes like this and that. Right? They should each connect like this, and then we just take this beauty right here, plop it down, and voila, they've got the link. Right? I don't see why we wouldn't do it that way. So, let's do that. Let's go copy this. Something like that. Sure. That. Wonderful. Alright, mix this up. This will help the flow properize. Is that a word? Not a word at all, Drake. That goes there. There. There, and there. Boom, like that. Something like this. Cut this right here. Back in. And there, and it's nice and clean. Okay, so this is now the new norm. Let's, sorry, not cut, copy this right along here. And this will become the output. Nope, not that far. Copy it this far. Like that. And then what I'll do is I'll just take everything down from here. From here to here. So with all that gone. On each of these. So I gotta go along and clean this whole thing up. That's fine, I suppose. I guess these are partially a mess from being so full. Yes, the bots will take care of it. But let's put this in place then. Right there. And each of these lines now goes to a new spot. Like that. Oops. So there we go. Like that. Alright, now we have a proper input. Yes, much better. I approve. This is a big upgrade. Let's delete everything this time from only there to there. Okay. Oh, nope, and I need to also delete. Just not cut. Delete. Was the better idea. First plan was dumb, Drake. There we go. Cut those. Interesting. Also interesting. How that's supposed to connect, but whatever. So do that, and then we plop this back in here. This one being this one. Yes, good. That. There. There. Good. And you go like that. Wonderful. There. This guy out, you go there. Leg out, you go there. Bada bing, bada boom. Right, that's in place. Then we'll do the same on the exit. Oops, the exit of that iron feed. That's an amazing mess we've got going on here. Incredible. So much junk still to pull out of this thing that I don't know. Worth it? Should have just plowed it under. Well, we didn't plow it under, and it's one of those little micro challenges Drake likes to do for himself and drive everybody nuts with. And if you got the crowd, you might as well make them go crazy. Wait, that's probably not. Probably something immoral about that notion. But we'll let it pass. Let's go and clean that up. Good as well. That really doesn't take them long to clean this stuff up. It really doesn't. They're very efficient fellows. Very hardy workers. There we go. Look at you. Look at you boys. Well done, bugs. I mean bots. Or you insult your species. Your non-species. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Just like that. Nice and clean. I thought that was going to take forever and annoy everybody. It probably annoyed only half the everybody's. But this guy's entirely done. There's nothing left to mine now. This guy's entirely done. Can I maybe switch this so there's 3 of you mining it? Perfect. Give me some of these. Lovely. That, and that. Sure. Just gonna go back to their appropriate locations. Now, thinking of which, do we have those blues and reds, 1s and 2s and whatnot, being brought back into their local locations? Local location? Oh, no plastics left here. I killed the coal line. Hold on. Let me do make one mess at a time. This is the tier 2s, so they need to dump there. This is the tier 1s, so they need to dump there. What I'll do is a blue, please, chest. That and that. We'll do the same thing down here. 1 there and 1 there. You put an input, and what we're going to do requesting here is these are the blue tier 1s. Those ones 50 request. These 250 request. These are production 2s. Request 50 of them. Production 1s. Request 50. Now I shouldn't have any other location for those, so they'll pull off of everything that's not a... what's the term? Not a buffer chest? Good, as long as I don't have anything requiring only one-sidedness. That should be fine. That is fine. Excellent. Something else is missing here. No reds coming in here. Coal. So we're not getting any coal down here. Which means I killed the coal line somehow, somewhere. Which is not at all surprising. Nobody in this entire viewership is surprised that I killed that and didn't notice. And also, about 4 people have probably noticed it and mentioned it, and I, of course, didn't get to it in time to read the comments because I poured things in batches ahead to make life work when possible. Doesn't always even work that way. The coal is empty here, entirely empty here. I stop a train. Oh, hi train. They didn't stop that train. So this coal line is not going anywhere because it's got no coal. Let's look at our trains. You are up here. Why are you waiting? Inactivities for 20 seconds. You are entirely inactive, but there's a problem. Oh, no. Inactivity for 20 seconds. Or time passed for 60 seconds. 90 seconds. No, 60 seconds. And that's the problem. It was doing the oil thing. Haven't dealt with that before, probably because the rate of attacks hasn't been the case. So he was sitting here with little trickles of oil being moved for fuel, for powering the oil lines. And like tiniest amounts keeps him active. This guy needs to be really boosted its speed. What are you being fueled on? Coal, probably? Let's not do that anymore. Let's get you a proper fuel type. And we'll get a stack inserter there to dump the requested fuel. This at a tune of 150. Request that. It'll be dumped in there. We don't have you in a robo range, eh? That is a little weird. It's a very awkward situation. Well, why aren't you then? You just put the roboport in. It's supposed to be right there. Weird. Or is it? Try that again. It's probably not where he's supposed to be. It is indeed where he's supposed to be. Oh, this roboport, however, is not supposed to be it. That's the confusion. And then this guy is... That can ditch there, that's fine. Okay. So now he'll be fueled with filters, deliver 152. There's none there right now, but there should be a bunch being poured in there momentarily. And that'll speed up the train. That'll also let coal start running back down this way. I am okay with this. We could improve that flow through, if that's not enough, because it really, well, that's too long. Go with 45 seconds. And 45 seconds there. Alright, now you should have... You're coming in here, and you should... No, you should not. That's not the place you come in here at all. Let's go back up to our actual coal drop. There we go. Now, he should be fueled properly with... Yes, good. Proper solid fuel. I could get rocket fuel going. It actually wouldn't be a bad idea. It's been mentioned 1,000 times, I'm sure. But rocket fuel is nuclear fuel, really. Rocket fuel is light oil, solid fuel, and light oil make rocket fuel. Okay, we can change those up then. Do that and say, get me rocket fuel in the tune of 30, please. I think 30 is a full supply, and it'll empty out whatever. And then it'll only bring in the new stuff. In fact, let's go ahead and grab one of those, that build right there, and say copy this. And all our train stations can get this. I approve. Later today, hopefully we'll get to setting up some... let's do this. Hopefully we'll get later today to setting up some... of the Kovarex enrichment. I don't know that I'll do any design on it. I think we're just gonna take a current design that we've got and use that. That can go away. That one goes in place. The iron drop, my friend. That also goes away. That one is there. Close enough, yeah. Okay, so that's our iron there, an iron there. Coal drop is off there. Or there. Okay, I don't know that our other spots have power. You guys don't get fueled here at all. Good. How about down here? You also do not get fueled there. You're getting fueled up top. I think this far left, far west oil supply, which is up here. Did we not ever get that? Oh, we did. Yeah, we put that extra oil on. Okay, you're here. And you have fuel that is what? Nothing there. Okay, so you're actually the only spots that are fueling, unless this thing is fueling coal up here, which I hope it's not. It was indeed not fueling the train with coal. Good. The only missing ingredient here is this one then, which is the solid fuel builder there. So he's going to go away. This is going to go away, and this will go away, and these will go away, and that'll go away. Okay. Then I can place this right here. Okay. Then all of them will then get fuel supply switched to the new system, and that new system will be light oil. We'll need light oil and where are we going to produce that? We'll do that by the oil field here, or by the solid fuel power systems up here. Right up this way. Because we actually should have light oil and this stuff right here. Yeah, we do. Good. Okay, so you get a line out this way somewhere, and we take one of these. Don't even need to go that far. Take one of these and say, you turn into rocket fuel, please. No, not that at all. It's chemical plants. There's not chemical plants at all. It's these guys. Boom, 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 boom. You become rocket fuel. How many? I'm not sure, but that's probably hyper over excessive. What's the timing process? 30 seconds. That's enough. That'll be enough. That, and then we're just going to, with a 30-second timer, how many does it take? 10 of them. We can totally do that fine like this. Each of you is going to put an output. Like this. That, and a little chest that could. The passive output are there. Yeah, this is an offline, this is a non-networked buffer for that. You just need a bit of power. Do so there, there, and there. Good work. 30-second timer. I mean, I could improve them, I suppose. Do I want to? Yeah, probably. No, probably not. Let's put one on. Let's put that. And then copy this. A little bit of a speed buff, right? That's fine. And what's that put it? These ones are sitting at 1.25. That's 50% increase. Oops, that didn't connect. That. Now, you guys now have an order to send those out. Storage of some amount. Pick up 8. Okay. Good. They'll come in and haul those rocket fuel off to the train depots. What do we... Oh, we're emptying out my excess amount of that. Good, okay. So that should be enough to keep our rocket fuel, or our trains rocket fueled now. So there we go. Some more improvements. Little polishes here and there. Hello, train. Whoosh. Oh no, he's going the other way. It's going down. So now this guy will eventually start getting rocket fuel, and I suppose what'll happen probably is they will, I'm not sure, no, they'll always use this first. So the solid fuel will get used up. I'm actually gonna, for science, not for science, for speed of the one train that matters because it's actually behind, we're gonna load that up. Get that coal feeding first. This isn't hyper efficient, like this isn't max the best possible flow through or unload for these, I guess. I guess there's some sort of improvement you could do for sure. But this is plenty to keep these lines full. So that's really what matters. That one and that one are being fed. Okay. And that means our power, our coal power up there is linked now, and our plastics now are also online down here. That's excellent. I also think I had 2 more legs. Yes? Leg day again. There we go. Look at us go on leg day. Man, leg day's paid off. Alright, over here, that's convenience. Love to see those things correct themselves from old times. Back in the olden days when we used to care about this stuff. Then what I want to do is think about a Kovarex enrichment system and go check our westmost facilities. I think I can just run. I'm almost as fast as a car. No, I'm probably not. But almost. Not sure what speed I actually travel at. Is there a way to tell? I don't think so. I think it shows here. I'm already over here, so yeah, that's decently quick. Our uranium was down south. I wouldn't mind a radar facility over somewhere, you know, generally in this area. Let's do that while we run by a drive-by radaring. Do a drive-by radaring. Boom. Let's pop down this way because I want to make sure we actually have like vision on the stuff that's at least useful. At least the stuff that's actually being dealt with should be, or worked with, should be done properly. Be accessible. How do we do on the 235? Oh, look at it, look at it. 37 of them. Ooh, baby. Alright, so a Kovarex system. Let's look at our blueprint. Let's bring our, where is it? Uranium blueprint book. Copy this beauty. I don't know if it's actually beauty at all. Copy this. Plop it into the useful tab of reality. And here we go. So we have this. Ah, yes, that's our Kovarex. Uranium print Kovarex. And then we have uranium print, uranium material center. Oh, yeah, of course. That'd be a good idea. You know what I can do? I can go right the heck over here and tell this place over this away to throw down this. There you go. Build that. And what that's going to do is each of these has its orders. It will provide whatever, and each of them has a stack of whatever number it's supposed to put out, and it'll fill them all and make them all happen and stuff, and that'll go, you know, be attached and things. I'll put one more in there, and that'll link those. Good. So that'll eventually get built. Now, next blueprint part of that is, I love having those. This is our uranium stuff, so I don't want that, and I don't want the big one. This is the actual, 2x2, so it's 4 whatever we got, and those need to go down somewhere, but where, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Where are we going to power these? Are we going to set these up along here? Probably a decent location. And they'll have to have like a cleaned up water line right along there. Probably put in another set of roboports, flatten the coast, do those. But then before that, we do need this thing. This is our Kovarex. So what this thing's going to do is have a combination of products. Now let's see, where are we going to place this? I mean, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, it does. Let's put it right here. Okay. So what this is going to do is, if I had some of these, it would actually do the job. Which unfortunately, it does not. Cute, but I don't have enough to make the second one. Okay, so why don't I don't have any of those either. Take a couple of those, please. I think this was the loop, right? So we like looped stuff in here. Yeah, we looped and filtered. This has a line that will come in basically here. And here. Input priority left. Bring me the 235s first. I do not want. Okay, that's connecting yet? No. We get our. What am I missing? Steel, gear, wheels, and concrete. Okay. So basically, what happens here now is, if I remember correctly, is this thing has to come up and filter out these guys. So the orders here, I have to remember how these set up. Okay, power line connection, please. Shut those flashers off. We're getting there. You guys will deliver all the stuff I need eventually. Alright, so these sides need to pick up, and this is a Kovarex enrichment process. What this is going to do is it's going to take in 40 units of the 235 and 5 units of the 238. It'll enrich those 5, spitting out 1 new 235 and 2 leftover 238s. So we use basically 3 238s converted into 1 235, and it takes 60 seconds to run that process. That's a very, very, very slow machine, which is entirely fine with me. Come on. Almost there. You're just bringing them in the last gears. That's good job. Yeah, good job. So these bring in the product, right? And then they're going to output with these filter inserters. This is a filter stack inserter. It's going to dump all of its 235s out here. That's the enriched ones. That's the good ones. Both systems are going to dump into here at some point. And then those all get piled over to this one. This is on a filter saying unless the 235 in this box right here is greater than 40. If it is, then you may take one of the 235s and put them out there. If there's lots, fine, take your time, doesn't matter. We'll have a full box of them, that's 100% okay with me. So input here is a loop, correct? Yes. What I'm doing here is I'm looping 235 and 238. And I want the 235s to be, unfortunately, yeah, and I'm angling off 235s to loop through. I need 238s on one side, 235s on the other. So let's do this differently. You'll go like that. We have 235s and 238s in different locations. This is only going to be this. And actually it can just dump whatever number there. 238s come along here. They'll be on the outside, but they'll fill up if I do that. They should be on the inside. That's not gonna work. You need to be on that side, you need to be on the other side. So go like this. You convolutedly come down like this. That puts them on the inside of the loop. So the inside becomes only 235s. Okay, or sorry, only 238s on the inside of the loop. The outside of the loop is 235s. Then when they come back around the 230, they get split. And this goes here. You then put this is a split output left. 235s. 238s can go back this way. Fill that if that is full. No, that's not gonna work. That's gonna come back this way. Be restuffed down the system here. That's a lot of extra, so actually this is not going to be enough either. I'm going to do another chest there. We're going to do another one of these here. And we're going to have these there. That. Okay, so a lot of the 238 storage until I start pulling that for other purposes. That can go there. The 235 gets stuffed here. And it gets output here. You come around, you're on this side of the line. And when you hit here, somewhere up here anyways, I wouldn't mind blueprinting that one down a second time. Possibly too much. Probably too much. Almost definitely too much, but that's fine. Do that and that. Now you come up this way. Now we split off the... No, we loop this around. Oops. This. And again, the outside is cleaned out. No, the outside has to be... This has to be filtered. Hold on. This has to be filtered like this. So the 235 gets... Alright, no, hold on. Filter there. Filter left. 235. 238. 38 cent. There. Okay. So this will pull the 238s, put it on the inside. Then they'll get shoved down the line and emptied out. It'll force the 238s to be only on the inside line. Because the outside line will have the well, it wouldn't matter which one's which, but one on one side, one on the other. So that'll work that way. And I just need to make more steel boxes, apparently. And another couple of these guys here, centrifuges, which will be placed eventually. So they automatically become Kovarex enrichment systems. This thing is going to throw them to the far side, which is where the 235 will be. There you go. That. Fill that line. That becomes 238 on that side. It feeds, ignoring everything, goes right up by the system, filters to become the inside line up here. A little backwards, I suppose. Stays in the inside line, which will affect what happens when these are done. Runs down here and hits this system, which is then going to request the 238s come in and wait for another 239. This guy has no 235s. This guy should have no 235s. What I actually want to do is cancel this job entirely. And I want to do that. Do that again there. Now, I don't want those online yet, because I don't want them pulling in any 235 material. And then I can go ahead and dump 238s back into there. Okay, now, you guys are slightly radioactive area, that's fine. Nowhere near enough to keep that running, but I could speed those. What I could do is production, but that would just give us basically more 230. Well, I wonder how that works. Does it pump out a 238 when it's done the production, or is it just the same? It's the same ratio. It's got to be the same ratio. So how would a production module work there? This is actually really worth doing, isn't it? Because this will mean there's a production bar, and the output of this is going to be another set of 40. Holy crap, that's powerful. Right, so when these run enough symbols, or sets, it's going to be really potent. Can we rearrange this to get that out of dodge? That. And then can I speed mod this beast? Pull that. Drop that cliff. How are we doing on time? 35 minutes. Not bad. And then I want both of these. Now I only got one of these is going to be running, but we're going to go like this. I honestly don't care how much that's going to take power-wise. Unfortunately, that is going to screw up my system there, but that's okay. That's too far. Anyways, you're going to feed that glass guy. Good. We'll have a little bit of a shortage there. That's fine. Then these guys get our speed modules for sure. I don't have any. Them. And then I guess we power there. Okay, so this is powered now. All we're waiting for is one more 235 to be generated. One more? One more 235, uranium 235 to be generated. It'll hit the line. The only place calling for it is this one right here. As long as she's not stuck in an output somewhere, which it couldn't be. Indeed. All we have to do is get one more 235 generated off this mess. And then we produce a silly amount of uranium 235. Then we'll have enough to actually draw production for the sake of producing fuel. So once this system starts going, then we should have enough to pull off. Well, how did I end up eating it? Do I need a buffer of some sort? Basically, after that, we're going to have one of these up here producing fuel. Right? Because they can produce... No, that's nuclear fuel. I needed... Yeah, nuclear fuel? What? No, is nuclear fuel that I'm looking for? No, I'm looking for the other units. What are they called? Uranium, there it is. Uranium fuel cells. Iron plate, uranium 235, uranium 238. And that produces... in 10 seconds produces uranium fuel cells. So 1 per second, that's a lot of productivity. So we'll take this and we'll set this up. So this will then allow me to grab whatever's needed here to fuel this beast right there. And I'm going to grab a chest and say at the same time, go ahead and fire this in here and this out here. I want an output passive provider chest, and I want an input requester chest. Go ahead and give me, I don't care, 500 iron. Absurd amount. 200 iron is fine. This is some number, and I'm going to say you only have... Oh gosh. I'm not sure how many cells per canister, so one, I think it's 10. I think it might be 10 per stack. If that's the case, that's exactly what I wanted to do. And you are going to power this, all this fun right here. There. Now it's going to take the 238, and it'll take 1 surplus to dump it in there. Not ideal. I don't actually want that guy to connect yet. And then what he's going to do, so he'll grab the 235 when there's one available, and he'll actually load up like 3 or 4 of them there, which is definitely not what we want to do. We want to get this cycle running a few times for... Oh, it's running! We got our 238 through. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, the productivity on that. We have a productivity boost of how much? Productivity boost of 20. So why are you at 34% already? Is this the second time we've run the cycle? I mean, it could be. Maybe I just didn't notice it. Yeah, it is the second time because we're using 40 for the cycle, and we have an extra one there. So we've actually dumped this cycle through twice. So we'll hit 40%. It'll finish its second cycle, producing its second output uranium 235. Now there's 2 surplus uranium-235 in here. Now he's got to actually stack up like 40 of them before they go anywhere else. That's fine though, because this system will produce them. Especially once this hits. I think this might actually be right. That might actually put 40 extra out. In which case, as soon as that happens, I can just add this ingredient or rule down to there, and then that becomes a thing as well. I want to do that, and I also want to copy this. Can I just not do that? No. I won't do it. I guess they can if they deliver another one. Fine. They need one more productivity module. I think it's... Is it 2 in these? Yeah, you can only put 2 modules in these guys. In these, centrifuges. What I'd like to have is some speed modules. Perhaps I could get the priority? You're not powered, and none of these are powered, and that's fine. Until we've got the speed modules to do it, it's pointless. It's actually good that they're not powered, because they consume a stupid amount of power. We're not actually generating any, but we're working. It's working, guys. There's another cycle, and we're now at 4. Because we've added 1, we've done the 3rd cycle, and we've added another, 61%. Yeah, so we've added another of the 235s. That's from the main burn here. Right, so then this all cycles out to the bottom. It dumps any 238s that come off the system, pumps them back into this whole filtering, or this whole buffering system here, fills that up, runs them through. So every time this cycle ends, we lose 3 uranium-238s, and we gain 1 uranium-235, which is totally fine considering this ratio. Then all I have to do to activate the fuel itself is to take this and copy put one fast inserter or regular whatever inserter into here. This thing is a 10-second timer. It really doesn't matter what's in there, but he's got enough 238 to go for a while. He should have some iron on his way in at some point. Yeah, he will. Gotta be happening. Is it happening? Filters 200 iron. We don't have a storage space for iron, do we? Maybe we do. We need an output for iron. You can request from buffer chests, just in case that's where it's sitting. Okay. Yeah, delivering, and it must be coming from buffer chests. Then I'm fine with that. This is an important process. There's another cycle gone through. We are at 80%. So this is the 5th. We're working on the 5th cycle, so we have 5 left over. So it must mean we made the 40 to start it. We've done the cycle 4 times, and we had 1 more produced in naturally in the time. I'm really eager to see this thing finish. I also wish that I had speed module 3s. This system over here not capable of bringing us speed 3s? What's not making it? The red now. Dang it. Red stuff is just not producing? Why? What's going on here? Why are we so absolutely ripped clean of copper? Seriously? We just don't produce any copper now? Effectively, yeah. Effectively, that's true. It's not a bottleneck at all. The ore is all getting there. We just don't have enough production, enough smelting of copper. I mean, what I can do is plop down another exact copy of this. Right, say, to there. I put another one in somewhere over here and add some more line into it. Problem is, this is an input-output ratio here. So adding that other one in here would be redundant right now, versus the adding production modules and speed modules would actually be useful, but we can't get those until we have red circuits being produced. We don't get red circuits being produced until we have copper. Well, the copper's getting down here. It's the... Yeah, it's no green circuits online down here. What are you guys missing? Plastics? No green? Just plastics. from this green. So these are backed up and not producing enough at all down here to... Oh, this isn't enough to feed it? Oh no, there's not enough copper coming in here. Right. So it basically, we trim that line entirely clean, we rip it totally out, and somehow this guy's not connected to power anymore, which is interesting. There's 1,000 iron waiting for that. Once that connects, that'll start dumping the coal, that stuff in. And which means we also should over here have our spot, which is buffer chests. Yes. So these are buffers that'll only deliver to me. Well, I guess they'll deliver to like a construction bot requirement. So if the thing in there is actually constructible, it's a belt or whatever, these buffer chests will give up their supplies to it. If it's something that the logistics are told to deliver to me, if I understand it correctly, they also give that. Also, if I put a requester chest and tell it that it can request from buffers like we did over there, that'll do the job as well. So, looks like the essence is we're not getting anywhere near enough copper to do the job, and we are consuming all of our reds long before they get down the line to do anything but make blue circuits. We don't even get to the blue circuits. In fact, they're dead right here. They end here at... Oh, what? Oh yes, they end here at science. So if I want to fix this, what I need to do is go there and there. Shut that down. Stop requesting science. Stop the science process entirely, which I'm okay with. That will start backing the system up then. These are now no longer grabbing the reds. You're gonna go down and you're gonna start running into blue systems, which is something at least. Not a lot. That's a lot of red gets gobbled up there. So you guys are just simply not getting enough copper at all. And it is supposed to be forcing it onto this, so I don't know why this guy's getting any. Oh, you know what? That's why. This wasn't properly set, but that's fine. It should finish off there. Oh, and that's set to the output priority, right? Really? Wow, those are totally messed up. Unfortunate indeed. Okay, you have finished, which means we should have lots of 235 sitting around, do we not? You have 9. So clearly that does not do what I thought I was hoping it would. What did it do? It output an extra what? An extra 1 of something? 1 of each? And that's definitely not what I would expect to see here. We should have an absolute pile of these in here. We shouldn't have 9, we should have 49. Because it should have put an extra 41 if my theory of the production modules were correct. That runs the cycle, there's now 10. Oh, that's unfortunate. So we gotta run that cycle 2 more times here. Finish that up. They're actually split. Speed is actually down with these production modules, so I don't know that that's something I want to even have unless it's going to produce more than just... I mean, even if it just puts out 1 extra 235 and 1 extra 238, I'm fine with that. It's certainly not going to do an entire spare extra recipe output, which is what I was really naively hoping for. So basically we need the 235 stacked up enough to get a second run going. So when this hits 40, we basically manually come and grab them, stuff them in a new machine, run the cycle. So activate that one, run the cycle. That would do the job, mostly. Get any prods in hand? No. It seems like the logistics bots do not want to deliver to us first. I thought that was the case, but I could be wrong. thought those things should go directly to me first. How are we doing? 77% of the production there. You're going to finish that beast. I guess we could actually activate this one. No, we couldn't, because it would split them up. This right here will actually cause the split. These two won't compete. So if I ran... Yeah, if I set another one up to manually to catch up when it's ready, this will have 40 sitting there, and then this one could be set up, and that would actually activate the 235s, and that would start grabbing all the new 235 to start stacking them in. Not really worth doing. We'll wait and manually dump that in. Even if we end up with 50 or 60 in here, still better to run them together, I think. Run a full unit. Okay, are you done yet? 90%. You're halfway done that one. Another 30 seconds and we'll find out exactly what he outputs, I suppose. If I were to cut this, no. If I were to this and this. Almost done. You're gonna find out what you output. I locked it up so there's no outputs out of this machine, because I really want to know what the magic is there. Finish it off, and that finishes this one. Done. So 42 and... Okay, so it just outputs one extra 235, which makes it, in my opinion, worth it. It's a 30% reduction, though, in speed. Hold on. Is it worth it? No. It's not, because this isn't actually changing the input to output ratio. So it's still taking in 40. It's running 30% slower to get 5 processes done, which is more than it would, it would almost finish 2 of these extra processes. So that is not worth having those guys in there at all. Done and done. Answered, solved. Yep. Don't do it. Cancel that process, please. This can have something in it. Thank you. Cancel the process. You can have a something attached. Give me those. Cancel the process. You can continue with one of these. Boom. And one of these. Boom. Alright. Now that'll go 30% faster than it was. So instead of going 70% of speed, it'll go 100% of speed, which means it'll take 60 seconds to finish the process. When it's done, it will output some amount. It'll output 1 every cycle, so 5 cycles will take 30% less time than 5 cycles did before, which means in 5 we'll produce 5 of them. In 5 minutes we'll produce 5 of them. We lost a third, so about, say, 18-ish seconds per run. Yeah. 20 seconds per run. Yeah, not worth it. It's a little more than 1.5. It's a little more than one of those 235s lost per time. This cycle now runs fine on its own. So if I want, I can actually make this one the next one to automatically start the process, and then grab this out of here and let that fill up when it gets the feed from here. That's probably a good idea. Get that thing going, and then I'll take these and I'll stuff them in there. Okay? This system will now need another 26 produced from either this system, which it was doing before, or when this guy reaches 40 new ones in his stockpile, in another 40 minutes of play, he'll reach another 40 in his stockpile, and then he'll start dumping into here, and then another 40 minutes later, he'll fill this thing up, and then export 1 onto the line. So in an hour and 20 minutes, if this guy doesn't already get his next 26, he'll start getting fed from here every minute. It's not ideal. But it'll really be sped up once I get some production 3 modules. Goodness, that took me a lot of time. Well, that would take a lot of time. That was a lot of sitting around and chilling. It was a bit of a chill play. So I'm going to actually go ahead and shut off my construction bots. Grab this thing and tell them to make a huge, clean line here. Somewhere around where, I'm not sure. Actually, let's go with where this is going to hit. So at least out to these islands. Let's clean out to the islands there. A little further then. Oopsed. Do that. And that at least is far enough. We have to go at least that far with those things. And then I can actually set my boys to this goes here. Let's say we go. That was entirely not enough. You can come across like here. That's it. There we go. Used up all my things. Put this thing down. There. Oh, are you serious? I missed. Miscalculated. Anyways, they're going to go ahead and, landfill with what we've got. They'll fill that in. And the next episode... Hi, wall strangeness. Some counting or something I was doing there, probably. And then next episode, we're going to start putting in our power systems in our first power system down in here. I'm not sure how wide we're going to make these, or how much of this space I'm going to clear for work, but at least that much, probably reasonable. And this guy can go to add the grid out of the west as well. And we're going to clean this. Alright, well that's going to be it for today. Thanks everybody for joining me for a bit of uranium processing fun and a bit of efficiency updates in the system. Some improvements. Definitely some improvements have been had in the last episode or two. Looking forward to getting this uranium power online. That's going to be a big game changer because that'll provide enough power to start producing... put speed modules online to make a bunch of increase to our production of our base ores, or refinement of our base ores, and then be able to actually relatively quickly increase the amount of kind of cascade the system. So the more power we have, the more beacons we can put on. The more beacons we put on, the more power we'll use. But the more production we'll get, which will allow us to make more of everything. So that's how that's going to end up panning out. Hopefully that works well and everybody enjoys it. Hope you guys did enjoy the episode, and thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you in game.